Hey everybody, it's Margo, and today in this one I thought it would be fun to test the new leveling on the PTR, right? So I'm on the live servers and I'm going to test the same exact thing I would do on the live servers versus the PTR just to see what the final result is. Now these are the heirlooms that I'll be wearing. I'm going to wear the exact same ones, but anyways, right now I'm going to take a slash blade and see how long it takes me to get to level 15 after I've equipped everything. So I've put 4 minutes 49 seconds on this account. Alright, let's go. Alright, so we are level 15 now. It says it took us 58 minutes, but I'm going to take off 6 minutes because of just minor things. I was prepping, I got distracted, things like that. So 52 minutes. Now that does seem kind of slow. I feel like I did it a lot faster before. It's been a very, very long time since I've leveled, but at the very least 52 minutes is our working number. Let's see what happens when we do it on PTR. Now, my estimation is it should take me roughly the same amount of time, because despite monsters taking longer to kill, they do scale to my level, so I'll be getting increased XP per kill and things like that, so we'll find out. Hopefully it's about the same. Alright, so it looks like we got everything. I believe this is what exactly we were wearing, so should be good to go. Time to see how long it takes us. I'm going to follow the exact same route that I followed previously and just see how quickly I can get to 15. Know what I mean? Ooh, you can already notice right there. Did you see that? Barely. Oh my gosh, it hit like a wet noodle. Alright, let's get to 15. Okay, here we are. We are level 15, and I'm only docking 2 minutes from this one because the first one took me longer since my heirlooms tab is all filled up and I had to find all the junk, blah 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 blah. And before I started it was at 5 minutes, and then I spent roughly a minute doing junk. That's why I took off 6 minutes, but as soon as I started it was only 2 minutes on this one. So, if that makes sense. We're docking 2 minutes means it took us an hour and 2 minutes compared to 52 minutes. So, only a 10-minute difference, right? But that's only for the first 15 levels. Now, it did take me 3 more quests than on the live version. Despite the XP being increased by 20%, 3 more quests doesn't sound like a lot. But this comes down to the fact that all the monsters scale up with me. So, I'm getting increased XP than I do on the current live version because the monsters are scaling up. So, rather than killing a level 12 monster, I'm actually killing a level 14 monster for my quest, or a level 15, whatever it may be. It's scaling up, so I get more XP from the monster since they're always scaling with me. That's where it equates the only 4 more quest difference. I may have been wrong about quest XP getting nerfed, but I know for a fact the Hero's Call Westfall was decreased, because I remember that giving 1.2k or something like that on the live version, and I was like 160. That seems low. Other than that, though, I wouldn't really say it's any harder. This isn't the vanilla experience. I get that they're trying to make it that, but it's really not. Because at one point, the exact route that I take is this. Okay, so I do all the quests Northshire, come to Goldshire, do the Fargo Deep Mine junk, getting the candles, the wax, the dust, all that junk, bring it back, turn it in, and then you're roughly level 6. And then I go massacre Murlocs at these 2 islands for level 10, because it's much quicker to just massacre Murlocs when a quest gives you 1000 XP and the Murlocs give you 100 XP per kill. It doesn't take you as long to kill 10 Murlocs as it does to do a full quest, you know what I mean? So you can massacre Murlocs at a very, very quick rate. And I do that from level 6 to 10, and then from that, I grab the Westfall thing, come here, do the no armband junk, turn that in, head to Westfall. And then at Westfall, I just follow the quest line, doing all the quests, yada yada yada, end up at wherever I land. In the original live version, I finished at Sentinel Hill when I turned in the quest for this place. So you get a quest to go eavesdrop, turn it in, and then bam, I was level 15 there. For this one, I had to turn that quest in, turn another quest in, get the quests, come here, turn those quests in, and then do a quest here, and then that quest awarded me level 15 with this little XP, right? So that's everything that happened. It's all that occurred. I didn't loot junk. I was trying to just pew pew and get through this. Monsters do take noticeably longer to kill. Even in heirlooms, I was half HP in a monster. Sometimes if it crit, it could get close to one-shotting it, but only on crits. Anything else, it was half HP, had to use multiple abilities to kill them. It was just not as face roll, right? So, now this is only level 15, it made a 10-minute difference, but that's not counting that there's 95 other levels to get through. Overall, it is definitely going to slow down leveling a noticeable degree. Now, a lot of you were trying to debate with me that heirlooms, right? I said heirlooms are, by default, they're meant to make you OP. And a lot of people are like, no, heirlooms are meant to make you level faster. Isn't that the point? You want to be OP so you can get through the content as quick as possible. Somebody that's got a lot of ults like myself, I'm a lore master, right? I already beat all the quests. I've done all that junk. I've done all that stuff. So if I'm making an ult, it's purely for the, I need this ult because I want to use it for some high level content of some type. I'm not making it because I want to re-experience this stuff. I've already done all that. I'm making this ult purely because I wanted to get to 110 as quick as possible. So for me, this slows me down. For the person that's new to the game, however many of those that are still new to the game, or how many are coming in, because let's be honest, most people that are playing are somebody that's either already played or is coming back to the game from previously playing. Something like that. Most of the people playing now aren't new players. I don't think, right? I don't know the numbers exactly, but I'm going to estimate that a large majority of people, because even the people without heirlooms that I find, they're like, oh, I've got a main, right? Things like that. So, to me, heirlooms should be OP. They're entirely meant to make you level your character as quick as possible. That's what their point is. If you don't want to wear heirlooms, just don't put them on. Nobody's ever forced you to put your heirlooms on. Let's face it. To combat this, I honestly don't think they should have nerfed heirlooms at all. Maybe it's for the sake of Battle for Azeroth, they're doing something right. The stat squish, so maybe they had to nerf them for the sake of that. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's not intentional for this thing. But I have to assume they're probably nerfing it because of the leveling changes. I think, honestly, and I know there's ring heirlooms, but I don't have them. I didn't get the shipyard on most of my characters. I just did that AFK Garrison Gold, but I don't have the rings. I think they really should add heirlooms for all the slots. I think that would be fair, because, like I said, heirlooms are not something you have to put on. You don't have to use them. You don't have to use the chauffeur. Like, nobody forces you to use this stuff. I think they should add heirlooms for the gloves, the waist, and the wrist, and allow them to give increased XP, just like the other pieces of heirlooms. Maybe even throw an XP boost on the necklace, because it doesn't currently give one, just to speed up leveling to a degree, right? Again, you're wearing heirlooms because you're entirely wanting to level as fast as possible. That's why you put them on, and that's pure and simple. Now, a couple other things to note. At one point, when I was doing my Murloc thing, it did seem like the aggro range of the monsters was larger, which is something that came from, vanilla. Monsters saw you from like a mile away. It did seem like the Murlocs here were seeing me from quite a distance. But at one point, I had 8 Murlocs slapping me, and I only got down to half my HP. Not noticeably difficult, right? They're just smacking me. Again, nothing like vanilla. When in vanilla, if you pulled 2, you probably died, because taking on more than one monster at a time can be quite challenging. If you took on 3, it was pretty much GG at that point. I saw somebody without heirlooms, I guess they're testing without heirlooms leveling, up here at the mine. They had 3 kobolds on him. It was some warlock. Didn't have any heirlooms on him at all. So I sat there and observed. I was like, I wonder if this person's going to get in any trouble. And they sat there. You could see that their hits were nothing. It was, you're talking vanilla level damage. At least that was noticeable. Their hits were doing absolutely nothing to the monsters, but they had 3 of them attacking them, and I said, I wonder if they'll die. So I sat there, and they only got to 2/3 their health before they killed all 3. Now, if they would have pulled a 4th or... I think it would have took at least 6 to actually kill them. And that's without heirlooms. 6 monsters to actually kill this person. They were tabbing and putting dots. They were a warlock, so, you know, they were playing the class like it's intended to be played. But, yeah, it would have took at least 6, maybe even 7, just to kill that person. So, definitely not difficult to a degree. These monsters are just training dummies, pretty much. They have a lot of health, but they're not really a threat, if that makes sense. So, overall, how do I feel about it? I don't know. Really, like I said, this hardly affects me. I have pretty much every alt that I intend to leveled already. When I shared my views on it before, it doesn't really have any impact on me, right? I've already got all 110s. I'm not going to be leveling more characters, save for a few characters when the new races come out. So hardly impacts me. Is it good for the new player? Maybe. I mean, I guess, right? A lot of the arguments were that you get to learn your rotation, but I hardly consider that because, let's face it, when you're low level, you're not really doing a rotation. Nobody in vanilla knew what they were doing until they got to level 60, and even then, most people didn't know what they were doing, right? Our rotations were complete garbage. We just did whatever we thought sounded good at that point in time. You don't really have a rotation until you're max level. No class or somebody new to the game knows exactly what buttons to hit in what order to get those top parses, nothing like that. But there's one more thing I want to test before I end this video. I know I've spoke a lot here, shared my stuff, but I do want to go try and solo dead mines, because one of the fun things that people with heirlooms did, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but a lot of people would go out of their way to try and solo dungeons because it was possible with heirlooms, just to add a little challenge, right? That was the challenging way. So they went out of their way to try something challenging. So I'm going to go try and solo dungeons and see what happens. So I'm in Dead Mines, and I tried solo an elite pack. I managed to do it. It was kind of challenging, but I also didn't have my pet summon. I don't know where he was, but we're going to try it again. As you can see, these guys have 4.8k HP. Now, a critical strike from my Cobra Shot is like 470. So that's 10 critical strikes. These little guys have 668. But let's just go ahead and pull this, and I'll show you, about how much we're looking at here. So, still, quite soloable. I managed to kill these without my pet the first time. Not gonna be all that hard with it this time. He might die. Yep, he did. Jump back. Can't kill command. Pet's dead. But still soloed fairly easily. I don't know about bosses. Obviously bosses are going to be a little bit of a rougher experience. Let's try and get to it real quick. I'm going to try and then we'll see what happens when I get there. Alright, we managed to meet the first boss. No deaths. No issues. Pet died a couple times, I guess, if you want to count that in deaths. But let's go ahead and see if we can finish this solo. He has 24k HP. Oh, Pet's getting wrecked. Seems like he's gonna definitely die. Yep. Where is it? Alright. Whoa. Oh, calm down there, Chief. Oh. Oh my. I don't know if he resets if I run out of the room. Into this. Oh, yeah, he just teleported me in. And I'm dead. Right? No, he just stood there. Got lucky. Death here in a second for sure. I mean, if I get hit at all, it's over. Yep, that was it. Don't know how much more difficult that is to the actual live version. I know people sold these dungeons, but I wasn't hitting a lot. I know in a normal 5-man group, right, you just absolutely tunnel through these things, which seems like it should still be possible if everyone in the group is wearing heirlooms. Like, if all 5 people have heirlooms, I think that'll still be the case. But overall, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you enjoy this? Do you not enjoy this? What's it to you? Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little comparison. And I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.